So we are currently utilizing the Flex service for our after hours and weekend tracking, mainly just to ensure our carriers and shippers are getting the customer service they need during these off hours. We've talked many times about expanding this into potential other areas, but figured this would be a good starting point for us to really get a workflow down, understand the process, as well as our TMS system. Yeah, the flexibility that we have with Talentek, as well as the dependability that the service offers, made the decision very easy for Packer Freight. We can count on someone to always be available to cover versus a full-time employee. They call in sick or just can't be there that day for whatever reason. It just kind of leaves us scrambling to figure out, okay, how are we going to find the correct coverage versus, the Talentek service is able to kind of figure that out and offer us that service regardless of if someone is sick or not. Productivity has remained relatively unchanged and even better at times, as we're not relying on our traditional staffing to field calls or check emails while they're trying to enjoy their life outside of work. The Flex service offers us a consistent employee that is constantly checking their emails and providing the response times that we would typically like to give our customers. The biggest impact has been on our internal team members by allowing them to have that healthier work-life balance and be able to disconnect to some degree from this crazy life of freight that we all live in. In addition to that, we have been able to maintain the same level of customer service our clients are used to getting from Packer Freight. So those two things combined have been the biggest positive outcomes of signing on with Talentek's Flex service. The ROI is a huge win. We're paying on a transactional basis for the work that Talentek completes each day versus having to pay a full-time employee the same wage, regardless of whether that work is being completed or not. On top of that, obviously employee satisfaction is priceless, so we're not having to tap into our existing staffing to work on those after hours and weekend schedules. It's been very easy and seamless from a transition standpoint. We have a great perception of how quickly everyone's adapted to our process and our TMS. And I would say our team is very grateful for the service because we don't have to lean into them to work in those off hours. Yeah, we're super satisfied. So for me, it's obviously a 10. The team is just so happy that they can disconnect a little bit from the day-to-day, spend some time with their families, and we don't really skip a beat with the service that Talentek has to offer us. We are able to come in the next day, issues essentially resolved. So it's been a great experience so far.